You're listening to the Spandex Power Armour podcast. Now with 20% extra relevance.
Hello and thanks for sticking with us. I'm H to the Hypnopotamus, R to the Rex, and with me is Kamen Rider. How are you diddly doing?
I'm not sure I'm as hip as that. I mean, am I okay to be here? I just kind of feel
It's
a bit inadequate
okay.
now.
Just get like a neon-covered skateboard and pretend to be radical. You'll be fine.
Gnarly, my grommet.
My dudes, my grommet.
My home slice.
Oh dear, we've already started on a tangent.
How do you do, fellow kids?
For those who had not heard the intro and were completely blinded by it, this is Spandex Power Armour, and we talk about tokusatsu. Is that not correct?
I think so.
I think, yeah. Sometimes we occasionally talk about anime or King of the Hill, which is in itself an anime.
The best anime.
It's a slice of life anime about dads.
Dad anime are the best anime.
So anyway, today we'll be talking about, well, current new things in Toku, namely Kamen Rider Build and Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. Build has started and we are pretty hyped, but we already have some views on it.
Pretty decent views, I'd say. I like my views.
I don't like your views, you're a racist.
Oh.
I'm gonna tear down that statue of you downtown.
Well, screw you, commie.
Don't talk to Daddy Lenin like that. Get in the gulag.
Lenin or Lennon?
Both. I want to see John Lennon art now. Lennon with some T-shades and Stalin as Yoko Ono. He just completely ruined his view. Oh, we're getting in the gulag for this.
Oh boy, 10 years gulag. So before we go to that concrete hole in the ground, we'd just like to say that we're still sponsored by Toku Toy Store, and they've got some exciting news actually. They've opened up 2 new segments. They've got the Toku Toy Store Workshop, which is... They're still getting their... still getting up to speed with that, but it's coming out soon. They've got some stuff up there. They've got stands, and they've got these little neat little necklace charm things. You've got with like little guy memories and little gadgets from Double.
They've got like Prism and Trigger and Cyclone.
And they've got the little the extreme thing and the it's that little is it a stag beetle that turns into a phone? It's some kind of little beetle.
So is that custom made stuff they did?
As far as I can tell, yeah, it's they're going to be doing more custom stuff there. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on.
I'm getting a bit suspicious now. This is really coinciding with Bethesda's Creation Club. Is this the paid mods of Tokusatsu?
Don't worry, Jez isn't Todd Howard. I'm reasonably sure.
He and Todd are in close things. They're going to start selling copies of Skyrim. Oh dear, a Bethesda tangent alarm during the promo. Additionally, they've also created their own news channel, which can be found at tokutoystorenews.wordpress.com. Don't worry about remembering it. We'll stick it down in the description.
Yes, sir, because hey, we're lazy, you're lazy too. You don't want to be typing all that. I mean, who types web addresses in anymore? Come on.
I know, right? We just copy and paste. And I think there's something special about this channel, isn't it, Ranger?
Could it be that I'm involved?
Oh, that's right. You are involved. You're a contributor, and
yes.
You're not shitposting, which is strange.
No, well, I mean, I don't know about that, but I'm trying to be. I'm trying to write serious articles. I got a couple in the works currently. I'm very pleased with them.
But no shitpost, though.
Well, I mean, maybe later on down the line. I mean, I suppose I'm doing my best foot forward, but later on down the line, maybe they'll get a bit shit. But no, I'll be contributing articles every week. I also have a personal column there, which will be a weekly thing where I write about basically anything that comes into my head, like little topics like why Tackler's best girl and every other girl is bad.
As a Hammy fan, you're dead to me. They've also taken on a lot of great fans from the tokusatsu community, particularly in the UK, and it's really nice that they're branching out and letting people contribute, and it feels like it's its own little family.
Yep. I mean, they've even got Sharpo from Website of Doom on us, so yeah.
Sweet.
Got a decent little team going on.
Another shout out to Robin Allen. I really, really admire your cosplays. Guy's got a Stinger jacket.
Pretty neat. Oh, dude, did you see his steampunk thing he's got? Like,
yes.
Like a Stinger pauldron going on.
Oh,
that's pretty neat.
Good. I wish we could do cosplay. Closest thing I did was stick an infinity mirror on my face.
Does my gimp suit count?
It always counts. Now, get back into it. We're getting into the action. You're listening to the Latex Power Armour podcast. Let's get nasty.
I'm Carmen Gimp.
And I'm Stripnopotamus Rex.
So I suppose the most pressing news on everyone's mind currently is Build's debut, and well, that was certainly a debut.
Oh, it was a hell of a debut. It was filled with so much world building and exposition. A 2-part special would probably have been better, because otherwise we get a great big old story in the beginning. So, great, we found an ancient artifact on Mars. Oh no, it made a wall. Oh no, Japan split into 3 governments. Wait, is this Japanese Game of Thrones?
Huge.
Huge.
It's huge.
The wall is huge.
Is this kind of Martian Trump? I'm going to build a wall in the middle of Japan. It's going to be huge. There's going to be 3 walls. It's going to be the hugest wall you've ever seen. I've got the best walls.
I think Martian Donald Trump preceded the events that happened in Doom, so I'm a bit iffy about that. Ooh, political.
Oh, hang on, wait, no, it's Martian Trump. I'm going to build an asteroid belt. It's going to be the biggest asteroid belt, and the Earth is going to pay for it.
What if that face on Mars was actually the one erected of Space Donald Trump's face?
Martian Trump.
Great minds think alike.
Hang on. I'm going to build a pyramid. It's going to be the best pyramid. I've got the best pyramids on Mars.
Sutek Trump.
I am Sutek the Destroyer. Where I tread, I leave nothing but dust and darkness. Maybe that's why the 4th Doctor was so scared.
Yes, and there we are, the tangential arm. We are loving
Doctor
build.
Who's Doctor Who.
It's technically Doctor. We had a whole episode on this.
Yeah, it counts.
But
Please
yeah,
don't be
they've
mad at those
included
purists.
so much world building, political changes. They're going to make their own political drama out of this, and if they don't, they're really missing out, because they've only shown one political party in action so far.
I hope later on the other 2, because they've got 3. What is it? One was focusing on economic well-being.
One was social welfare,
and then the one was pacifist, or was that the social welfare? Yeah.
No, there was a bunch of pacifists. I like to think they're all just hippies. Just all of hippies.
Honestly, I think it's pretty solid. You're right. You're absolutely right. It should have been a 2-parter, because they got a lot of world building to smash in there.
Oh, you.
Me. And I think that would have been better done if they kind of spread it out over 2 episodes rather than, we got a box, someone touched the box, walls came up, and things are weird now. Oh, God. Why?
That doesn't even include the lore behind build. I cannot remember the name. Sento Kiryu? Is it Sento?
Sento's his first name.
Sento Kiryu.
I like his surname.
Yeah, Kiryu. I swear it's Kiryu.
I keep forgetting how is it the front name or the what do we call you?
We'll use the Western form of saying it, because hey, we're in the West.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. I just can't remember which one it is. I see it both ways so many times. Which one is it?
Just remember, Keikaku means plan. And Sento's own background is, a bit cryptic. All he remembers of his life is being experimented on, and people in gas masks, and seeing Nitro, the edgy motorcycle bat dude.
Just like my childhood.
Yeah, the medical experiments really were strange. That explains the cysts.
Yeah, you say cysts. It's really just twins that kind of are growing and dying inside of me.
I really like that trick, the way you made them sing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. And so Sento himself is, what you'd expect from a Neo Heisei character. No memories, has been living in the basement of a coffee shop for a year, and all he knows for certain is that he's very, very good at science, and he's a bit of a cocky bugger about it.
He's a science boy.
Yes, he's a science boy.
He does the good science.
And he starts the series already a rider, as a reporter says to some political bloke, "Oh, what about the reports of this Kamen Rider, who is saving people from monsters?"
To which his response is,
"Sleep with me."
"Hey girl, you want to smash?"
You want to smash.
Becca,
Pretty
let
much,
me
yeah.
smash.
And then that reporter is attacked by a monster, saved by the rider. Then there's this whole sequence of Sento being all smug and I invented this good thing. And then
look at me, I'm a science boy. I can do sciences. Yes.
This microwave makes things out of monster bits. And then he keeps this girl trapped in the machine, who I think is the daughter of the coffee shop owner.
Yeah, because the last time we talked about one of them could purify junk, and that's her shtick.
But one thing kind of weirds me out. Okay, so it's set inside a coffee shop. That's standard Neo Heisei fare. Although I don't think we'll ever see any customers in it. It's like Wizard. Now, this is in the basement. All his cool science lab stuff is in the basement. Goes up the stairs, appears through a door. The door's the bottom half of the fridge behind the counter.
There's nothing even in the fridge. It doesn't even have a fake back that slides out,
Now I'm thinking, what the hell kind of building has that sort of thing installed?
Well, if you could, why wouldn't you?
But wouldn't a regular door count? Apparently he's living there and intends to pay rent at some point, and is actually doing legitimate science things. How could you fit all that stuff grew a little fridgy bit.
I saw that Mitchell and Webb sketch with the the Bond villain and his contractor. I would like when a certain book is pressed in, this entire wall to rotate.
You want an atch?
No, I want the wall to rotate upon its axis.
First off, that's a load-bearing wall.
So that's no good.
Oh, and when trying to eject someone into a pit, you
'cause
have to put out banners and play an alarm.
Warning, hatch 3 is deploying.
Oh, don't pay attention to that. It's a bit strange. It feels like it's forcing itself to be a bit too quirky early on.
Yeah, because you've got the whole kind of a little cowlick thing he's got going.
Oh, yeah. Whenever he gets what I think is some sort of arousal, a cowlick just goes boing.
Does that happen to you?
Whenever he gets interested in science.
See, for me, my ponytail just stands up on end, so, I mean, I think that's a normal thing.
All my hair just stands up on end. I look like a lion. But, yeah, it's something. He feels like a cocky amalgamation of a lot of Neo Heisei characters.
Yeah, see, because a lot of people have been talking about how they're going for like Showa influences, and I can see that, but at the same time, they've got too many Heisei and Neo Heisei influences in it as well for it to be properly up my street, you know?
Feels like they took a lot of the elements from Shotaro's personality from Double and just filled it with lots and lots of sugar, because during combat he just openly taunts and shouts out and is really, really enthusiastic about how he's kicking your ass with science. Even during his finisher, various mathematical sequences and graphs appear and he straight up science kicks your ass.
Not too fond of that because it physically interacts with people. I wouldn't have minded it if do you remember Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius?
Yeah.
Where like
basically
where like he'd like analyze like stuff around him. Oh no, there was another one. It's
wasn't that from The Hangover?
No. Do you ever see that Action Man cartoon like the early 2000s? It was awful CGI.
Can't say I did.
Well, the thing of that Action Man in that was like this extreme sports guy, but like he had this thing on him when he's experimented. Prior to that, I'm gonna take his Action Man Kamen Rider build.
Yes.
But like basically, like when his adrenaline was pumping and he was in a dangerous situation, he'd look around and see bits in his environment that he could use to get himself out of that issue. So if that was like a thing he had, like he kind of goes into like science mode,
a bit too
calculates the exact trajectory he has to go on, and then does the actual kick. I thought that would have been a bit better because then he could
would be fantastic.
Then he could have the science graph.
Actually,
then that would be a good way
you're
to
thinking
implement.
more akin to that Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes thing, where he points out each individual thing with his internal monologue.
Proggle ear with finger, poke eye later, kick in ballsack,
Whisper into anus.
stroke hair seductively.
Are you trying to destroy the Smash or smash the Smash?
Is it too much to ask to do both?
It's very, very interesting, and they are really trying to press the science thing. He has so much science going on. His watch is various equations showing each number.
And then they've even got that thing at the beginning, like the compulsory quirky inventor guy has a weird...
Oh, yeah, the Ruby Goldberg making breakfast.
Yeah. But really, it's just a little marble runway thing that you can buy for like a tenner from Aldi.
It's kind of crap. But they are trying to force the fact that, hey, science and maths are cool, and I'm really hoping...
correct, because Potsy is not.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the day that the finisher takes on the form of a tangent, so we can claim that as our thing. But yeah, they're really trying to portray him as some sort of awesome celebrity scientist for kids to follow.
I mean, some kind of Bill Deny the Science guy.
You're awful.
Yeah, I am.
I hope at some point he fights juggalos, who are really confused how magnets work. I finally had a proper look at some of the other forms as well in scans and things, so I've realised one of them is light bulb octopus. So, is it rabbit light bulb? Octopus light bulb, that's it.
I thought it was octopus pirate.
No, I swear that's train pirate.
Oh, yeah, it is, because he's got a pirate
Octopus and a light bulb. I swear that's how they made Mr. Sparkle in The Simpsons. I disrespect dirt.
Can you not agree? Oh, God, it's been ages since I've seen that episode.
Oh my God. Yeah, that is Mr. Sparkle form. I'm really looking forward to the form changes because they had shown us the best match that he uses for the finishers, and the other combinations, like how he used Hedgehog to just like really half-assedly fight the villain.
Yeah, it's like Kyoryu Gray's fighting style, like one arm behind his back, just kind of batting.
Yeah, you're a pleb.
I can do kung fu.
Bash, bash, punch.
Bish, bash, bosh.
I wonder what this next one will be. Maybe it's Gorilla. Maybe it's going to be a gorilla one.
I think they teased Gorilla Diamond next.
Yeah, Gorilla Diamond just sounds so JoJo.
Behold my stand, Gorilla Diamond.
That's the other name they use to avoid copyright. Normally they use Shining Diamond, but at some point it's like solid Gorilla Diamond.
It's like a what if universe. Like, what if gorillas got stands?
I would watch that. I would so watch that.
Well, we've got Pet Shop. The I think it's an eagle. We got Iggy.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Stray Cat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got that rat one. What was the rat called again?
I can't remember, but the tangential arm is a sounding, so we've got to get back on the old Build bike.
Bug me forever now.
That's one thing I want to talk about. Build's bike. It's a mobile phone with a full bottle in it.
Okay, do you reckon in bike form, like in big old bike form, you can unfold it and just have like a big ass phone?
You can play massive Angry Birds. Well, that's an old app. You can
play massive Flappy Bird. Oh.
Candy Crush. Oh god, all the old apps.
Hey, what does mobile have now that's cool and hip? Hey,
yeah, he could watch massive porn on his giant phone.
In public.
Yeah.
Alright.
He doesn't care. I mean, or in his basement. It's in the fridge, no one's going to look. Just hear random moaning, whatever. And still, the phone has a nice sound. It's got a manly voice.
Mm.
And the way it says, you got mail. You got mail.
They do realise that no, we don't do that anymore, right?
Yeah,
we've not
Japan,
done that for a while. AOL isn't even a thing anymore.
At times, Japan is both ahead of the curve and really far behind it. Like, look at X8's movie form, VR themed. It's like, okay, VR thing of the future, then suddenly, you got mail.
He's like some kind of some trooper with virtual reality stuff, right? Like
VR troopers.
Some kind of VR trooper, one might say.
Oh, you. And they just seem so far behind in some aspects. It's like even in Build's theme. Be the One, we've heard it. It's okay, but it just sounds like music from 4 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
It's no Excite, though.
I just want trumpets and Rider music again. Just give me trumpets.
Trumpet metal. Just give us O's again. Let's just rewatch O's.
Yeah, O's was good. I like that kind of ska thing they're going on with that.
Anyway, you count the tangents 1, 2, and 3. Life goes on. What else about Build do we have to talk about? I like the phone. I really thought I wouldn't like the phone, but it's a smartphone. They've really not gone the flip phone route.
It does flip, though. So, I mean, they're having a cake and they're eating it too.
It turns into a motorcycle, so that's okay.
Well, at least he rides a bike in this, you know?
Yeah, at least they've shown him... Actually, how much footage was of him riding? Actually... No, I take that back. He escaped from the villains in it as well.
Yeah.
So there was the whole runaway banjo dude, and he was there, and just like
Banjo-Kazooie.
You were something, but I cannot remember.
You were kidnapped by Gimps too.
Yeah, you were kidnapped by Gimps and all that lovely stuff, and so he feels for him, and now Builds also the bad guy, hated by the government. Dale Gribble. The villain mooks in this, which are to say the government's own soldiers.
Oh man, those
amazing.
Are great.
They're like androids.
They're called Guardians or something.
I think so.
I love that helmet.
I've got really, really cool helmets.
Okay, there are two, maybe three mooks from Kamen Rider that I'd want to cosplay. You know, got the combat men. Those guys from Double, I can never remember those names.
Oh yeah, the Masquerade Dopants.
Yeah, those guys and these Guardians, because
I think the Ganma looked quite good.
They do. I mean,
I'd be one of the ones from X8, but just wearing a really nice suit. I just got a turkey on my head. It's like that scene from Friends.
Why were they turkeys or chickens? They were roast birds of some kind. Why?
I have no idea.
I mean, is it a thing in Japan?
Maybe the artist had the munchies. Maybe it was supposed to be a tie-in with KFC over Christmas.
Well, they did have that Christmas episode there.
Yeah.
Setting back to the lore angle of things, I'm kind of interested to see what they do with this premise, and I hope they don't waste this, because this is a really, really interesting thing they could do. Like Japan split into three. You got the other nations of the world kind of looking to pick up the pieces. I want this, and I want them to do it well. Yeah,
that'd be some sort of great political anime. It could even be Attack on Titan level if it really, really tried.
Isn't Attack on Titan in Germany?
That or Game of Thrones. Like, imagine like Game of Thrones, but with all the political parties vying over a cube, and they're all having sex for some reason.
Well, I mean, if Star Trek Discovery is doing that, why not?
Yeah.
I kind of find it interesting that Beardy Muck wants to have sex. Is like he mentioned something about like the Pandora's box when it touched, kind of what did it say? Kind of release people's desires or something like that?
So there was some anonymous guy touched the box, probably some sort of demon.
Yeah, he was in that crowd, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm thinking that maybe his...
the Smash has always been around.
But, like, I mean, maybe that's kind of violent, because it's a weird thing to include. They're like, hey, girl, want to go Smash? Like, maybe...
Well,
I don't know, maybe
he's a bit of a perv.
I know, but
you
like
mean from the effects of the Pandora box
yeah,
on
that's
the
what I
leaders. So all the leaders who were there when the box was
maybe just kind
shown...
of makes them a little bit more hedonistic, like makes them a bit more what's that word I tried to
hedonistic.
Not subservient, but like subsistent. No, that kind of makes
just
you
impulsive.
Yeah, it kind of makes you more. Oh, that word. It's not the one we usually stuck on. That's ambitious.
Yeah. Maybe it just makes them into William Shatner.
Fuck.
Wall. Pandora's box.
Get that Kamen Rider now.
Banjo's coming with us. No. Spark. Cento.
But you see what I mean, right? I mean, it's a thing they might do. I don't know, maybe I'm just reading too much into it, like a throwaway joke.
It's like trying to think that Gaim was some sort of parallel to Warring States era Japan, when no, you were just watching a bunch of fruits.
Well, I mean, if I want to watch that, I can just go to West End and watch a musical there.
Actually, there were Gaim musicals, weren't there?
What?
Yeah, there was a Gaim musical, stage musical as well.
You're pulling my leg.
I'm not, well, there was a lot of dancing. I'm assuming it had music.
They do musicals over there. Like, I'm sure they had like a Bleach musical and a Death Note musical.
Death Note musical.
Death Note, yeah, they had a Death Note musical.
Death Note the musical. Wait, was it like with the title? Was it just Death Note exclamation mark? So it was Death Note.
Death Note.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
I'm gonna take a potato chip and I'm gonna eat it.
Exactly as Keikaku. No.
Oh, it's like that episode of The Simpsons with Planet of the Apes musical.
Oh, that... Yeah.
Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas.
Now I'm just imagining it in double. I hate every dopantizee. From dopant A to dopant Z.
No, you'll never make a druggie out of me.
You'll never make a rider out of me. Oh, God. Oh, tangents. Wow. All the tangents today. So, about build lore, they could really work on it, especially with the whole mysterious aspect of human experimentation.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know if it's the government, but we at least know that Nitrogue is doing his thing. Maybe he's working with a higher power.
Yeah.
We don't know, but it's mysterious, and that's probably for the best.
Yeah, I do like Nitrogue's suit. I really hope... Oh, what's the other guy? Like, it was Nitrogue and some other guy. Bloodstark, right. I really hope Bloodstark...
Too edgy.
I can't.
Where's the trench coat?
Oh, I really do. I hope that Bloodstock has like a spider motif going on, because then you'll have the spider and bat thing.
Oh, I think it wasn't it Cobra themed? Bloodstock.
I mean...
Hey, it's still a common motif in Kamen Rider.
Yeah, but still, I just want a spider thing, you know.
Bloodstock.
Nitrogue.
Bloodstock and Knuckles. Someone make that game.
The suits I quite like. What was it? Needle Smash. I quite like that. It kind of reminded me, I mean, at least in colour, of that the Ice Age thing from Kyuranger.
I mean, I'm surprised the Hedgehog Smash was only in the beginning for just a few seconds, even though we'd seen him in all the trailers. Maybe he's going to be there in flashbacks. I'm thinking he's going to be a flashback monster who's just shown like in explaining the past.
I like how he's taking, like, he's sapping stuff from the monsters and turning it into power-ups himself. You know,
that actually is a cool idea.
Yeah, I wish they'd do that more in shows like this.
Actually, I like how they've done with the Smash being people who are experimented on, and he's sort of freeing them from it. That is very Showa. That's perfect compared to X-Aid, where it's just, you're ill. You got the X-Aids, kid. We got to beat the X-Aids out of you. With this, it feels very cool. It's like what I wanted Kamen Rider to be. So instead of the monster dying, it saves the person. Like, it just... You see,
this is exactly the kind of reason why the Showa riders hate the Heisei riders in that one movie.
But Bill doesn't
pansy.
Kill. Bill doesn't kill.
Yeah, pansy. You don't worry about that. I mean, it's a monster. You kick it, you kill it. Move on to the next one.
I swear we've had...
Whippersnapper.
I swear there are various DC crossovers that had this same issue.
I see what you mean. It's kind of, it's kind of showy in that, because the because the monsters in the original Rider they were pretty much just like Kamen Rider, except they got brainwashed first.
Pretty much, and with the build, it's just the experiment's gone right.
I do like the suit. I just don't like how much kind of negative space it has on it with all the black bits, you know.
Good combination of the red and the blue bits, and they've really proportioned it well.
But still, I mean, the black. I kind of appreciate the black in breaking it up. There's too much of it.
There is a lot of the black undersuit with build, which is weird because you can't really see much of it in the whole transformation sequence. Well, I like the way all of the colours go together.
Oh yeah,
Just with Hedgehog. Was it Hedgehog and Tank?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Tank
because he was using the right hand.
Yeah.
That looked great. They've really got it set up so it looks decent. Because one thing I found with Double is like these colours clash a bit. Whereas with Build, there's more than just the colour, there's the actual models, and so it just seems like a really cool amalgamation.
Yeah. It's going to be really inconvenient for him when he transforms. I mean, like, it's alright when you're out in the open, we got those whole spruce things coming out.
Yeah, it's like a really large
what
area.
What if you're inside somewhere, you know? What if you need to transform in some kind of an enclosed space? I mean, that's...
One thing, why does Sento keep shaking the full bottles even when he's not transforming? He just like takes one out while dodging Banjo. It's like, is he stimming? Is this how he copes?
It's a fidget toy.
It is, it's a fidget toy.
Yeah, fidget spinners are too popular. I have to go for fidget bottles.
Fidget shaker. Next year it's going to be fidget spinner. I'd suggest that for Sentai, but they already had an ninja recently.
Oh no. Oh, have you seen those Power Rangers Ninja Steel fidget spinners?
Oh no.
They have those.
Congratulations, Saban.
You're
the ultimate chills.
Well, I mean, you know, he sees an opportunity to make money, he'll take it.
Yeah, I'm glad at least it's the selling weird merchandise thing. At least I'm really hoping that Saban doesn't become this withered old man who just sues everything. It's like, Jenkins, those kids outside are wearing primary colours. Sue them, that's my thing.
There are 5 children in colours and they're posing together. I own them now. You're my children.
You're all Sabans. Well, yeah, maybe they might have some sort of weird fidgety aesthetic going on with Sento doing that, or... I don't really get that. Maybe it's some sort of neurotic thing.
Well, I mean, he's shaking a bottle, you know.
Oh, yeah, fine for transforming, but it's like outside of it.
Maybe just to remind people that you can indeed shake these things.
Like, hey, you gotta shake him. You gotta shake him to make him work.
That's shake, rat, and roll.
That's just off an episode of King of the Hill, where Jimmy Witcher just, like, is like an outsider artist selling cans with googly eyes on them. It's like, no, you don't stare at them, you gotta shake them. You shake them to make the eyes work. It's like that. It's like, you gotta shake them.
Why bottles, though?
Because...
Wouldn't batteries make it more...
Wouldn't flasks make more sense?
No, but batteries, you know, I mean... Like he's charging his belt, or you can have like a dynamo thing going on with the belt.
I think flasks, because with that it's like a sort of centrifuge.
I guess.
And so, but bottles, I guess. Not sure why bottles. We'll probably find out.
I mean, I suppose you can't. I suppose full flask doesn't really roll off the tongue as well.
Puro frasco. It does a bit. Depends. The Japanese just don't know sense.
A bottle. I mean, I still wish we had Kamen Rider buff. You know.
Yeah, one day.
Bodybuilding rider.
That's okay. That's why we have Kyuranger and those funky power-ups that make them super muscular for some reason.
Oh, yeah, Hercules something or other.
Yeah, what is it with the Q-timers in Kyuranger? See that segue we did? We had a damn fine segue. Just point out that segue right there. We've lost all subtlety. We're going all on BoJack Horseman here. Okay, so with Kyuranger, they're like, okay, we've got to sell more toys. Then they do a Kyoryuger and say, here's a bunch of accessory items that you can use that give different powers.
Here you go, kids.
This one makes you gun
some toys. Look at these things.
I mean, some are kind of cool. It's like they use them like once. It's like a special power. I actually cannot remember any of them right now. There's the Hercules one that makes them buff.
We got that the telescope one that Raptor uses to sharpshoot people from a mile away.
Oh yeah, there's Ares that can be used to date rape people. Yeah. There's one that makes people dance. One that gives people weird hair. At this point, they're just like, yeah, it's good. We've got to make one Kyutama for every.
And they got 88 constellations.
Yeah,
you got 12 already for the Rangers. So that leaves like 70.
How will you display all 88 of them? I'd like to wear them on some sort of like large necklace. Just got like rows and rows of Kyutamas. I killed an astronaut for every one.
I killed 50 men.
I killed 88 men. And that's gonna be Dragon Pimp at the end of the series.
I killed Fidian and Davis.
Oh yeah. Oh, the one thing they finally released a lot of information about the Mooks, the Indava, and okay, so they're a slave race bred to serve, and they're actually wearing helmets that really limit their communication, and it's good.
Kind of messed it up.
And so the last episode in Kyuranger was a clip show, a really, everyone knows clip shows,
Yeah.
where they have some really bad narrative on a piece of set that already exists, with footage of the rest of the show going over it. And they worked a decent narrative into this. Previously in the show, the people on the Orion were travelling back in time, and while they were travelling, a bunch of the Mooks came aboard. And so it's that they're a bunch of rogue Mooks, and they want to join the team, and so they're telling them the whole story about how great they are, and it's like, hey, see that? I was the Mook from that episode. Which was a really
cute.
nice touch.
I like that, yeah.
It was really cute. You got them chasing after each other, you got Shoranbo getting really, really bad back. It's great. It was a really good episode, and it was like the whole deception where it's like, no, we were actually bad guys, and
I hated that. I kind of wanted them to be like recurring characters.
they inverted a lot of the tropes, though, so like they go back in time, and the lead Mook is like, no, you should go against them, Tsurugi.
Oh, yeah, that was really nice, because I was like, oh no, this isn't going to be like a...
Yeah.
But no, thank God.
They just kick their asses out of armor.
Yeah.
That was so great.
That's harsh. He only transformed so he could use his finisher.
Yeah. They've really worked a lot on the chemistry between the characters in Kyuranger, and so despite the shortcomings in some of the plot, they've really got it working well, despite there being, how many? 11, 12?
12 Rangers, yeah.
12, wow.
Yeah, it was cool.
What?
When they went back in time, that T-Rex they had.
Oh yeah, that was Gabatira.
Yeah, it was Gabatira's model.
I was really hoping when I was watching it for some sort of Kyoryuger reference.
Well, I suppose that was it. I mean, it's...
Yeah, the model itself was crap, though. The animation was so pants.
Yeah.
And it was giant, it was Godzilla themed. I'm like, hang on. Still, it was cute. And then there were a lot of the characters, because, again, they aren't human, they're from space. They thought it was...
Donna Margate in the past, isn't he?
Yeah, and it's like, let's fight him. It's like, no, guys. Speaking of villains, can we talk about Akamba? I'm getting some problems here.
I mean, those are some really engorged nipples.
We'll get onto that in a sec.
My God.
So, Kyuranger, female villains, they have this strange way of being sexy about them. So, first we had...
when you say sexy, I think that says more about you than anything else. Sexual is the word you're looking.
We had Mediko with the funky octopus lady, and we thought we were out of it, but then we saw Akamba. So, from the head, it's some funky sea life looking thing, like you got porpoise-style feral heads there.
I think maybe we're wrong on that, but I see what you mean. I thought that as well, but
for some reason, her abdomen looks like a triceratops, so where the belly's got the sort of triceratops mouth, and then, okay, for some reason, the breasts are the horns.
Yeah,
As in, they're not just horns, they're breasts with horns, with frilly bits, and she's wearing this similar frilly lingerie.
Like she's got like a
not
weird
transparent.
It's weird.
Yeah, I'm thinking, this is a kid's show? Why is there fetish gear on a female villain?
I mean, she's got nipples like half a foot long.
Worst part is the voice actor's Yellowbuster.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no.
Don't do that, please.
This is scaring me. Japan, why?
My word, it's just...
I don't want triceratits.
Hey, that's what we're calling it. We've got Octothot and Triceratits.
See, we need to think of similar nicknames for the male ones so we can get some gender equality.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not as creepy.
See, that's what I'd love. What if the Japanese decided, like, to bring in gender equality, but it's not making the female monsters less sexual, it's making the males just as sexual, so we've got dick monsters?
Like, well, you say that, but I mean, in anime, you still get things like that. Like, I was, like in Devilman, there's got this, you got this monster that's got like a massive ass snake coming out of his crotch.
But for Sunday morning tokusatsu, it's the dick monster. He straight up ejaculates on things. That's just Japanese gender equality.
It's just so creepy, though.
It's really creepy. What weirds me out is that she's got a staff with some funky toy duck speaker thing on the end that quacks.
Yeah, what's her shtick? Like
I don't know.
What is it? Like she's all kind of childish and likes playing with toys or something like that?
I have no idea. But still, she is involved in one of the okay-ish subplots where Naga is really concerned about his memory and gets corrupted by her so he can feel Hang on, this is The Descent. This is Star Trek.
It's just
why does Lore have Triceratops boobies?
Oh no! I mean, why couldn't it have been her that was the first Vice Shogun to die? You know, I mean, like why not make it the yellow one that was
decentish
corrupting
ones.
Naga, you know?
But hey, and so Naga is a baddie. And of course the Toei is going to be one of the expensive ones, but he is now an evil ranger.
He's kind of a dick.
Is kind of a dick. And Naga's actor really isn't good at acting.
Maybe it's that he's trying to
Be someone who's bad at acting.
Oh, no, I mean, think of it this way. Naga hasn't had emotions up until this point, you know? I mean, like, the closest guy is, like, righteous indignation. He got, like, his first episode. So, maybe he's just overcompensating with
like
his
he doesn't know
emotions.
how to properly express it.
Yeah, like, maybe he's autistic.
I don't think that would work for Captain Kirk's justification. Data had an excuse. Shatner was just Shatner. Okay, now I'm really, really wanting the Power Rangers version of Kyuranger to have a William Shatner-style acting thing for Naga.
Well, I mean, maybe in the Power Rangers version they'll do, like, a Shatner thing for,
I'm hoping for Star Trek references.
Oh, probably.
I'll write Saban. Dear Mr. Like in Crayon. Dear Mr. Saban, please
I
reference
really like
this.
Power Rangers.
Please reference this dated series from the 1960s and 1980s. Sincerely, a concerned man-child.
That's probably going to be the least cringy letter he's had written to him.
Well, yeah, they're probably the ones asking for nudes, but we'll not talk about that. Now you're imagining Saban naked. You're welcome. You're listening to the Spandex PTSD Armour podcast. Look out for the mooks up in the trees.
Yeah, I mean, I do like where Kyuranger's going so far. I mean, they've got more drive than your average Sentai does, where it's mostly the Rangers being very responsive to threats rather than being proactive.
Oh yeah, even with compared to Go Busters, like with that it's one threat after the other, but they remain the same. With this, it's fluid, they fluctuate, the team's now split apart, and so they have to do two separate things, and I'm really looking forward to it. They're being really, really ambitious.
Oh yeah, thanks Bandai of America, I'm assuming this is your stuff.
Otherwise it would have been Ninja 2.
Cosmic Boogaloo.
That explains all the thrusting.
They've only had them thrusting again. I don't like the new ending for it.
Well, oh, you mean the dance
The
overall?
weird festival thing.
That is...
Well, both.
Okay, I'm concerned. Why have they been doing the festival thing for so long? Is it some sort of legal thing?
Well, see, I thought it was just going to be like a thing for like the time
one
of year
episode.
it was. But it looks like it's going to be the new thing they're doing, which is really disappointing because I was hoping for like just a new thing overall, but apparently not.
We're going to get an obnoxious Christmas one.
Oh, man, I mean, oh, man, maybe.
I'd love that. Get
Space
a really,
Christmas.
really... Yeah, how do you have Christmas in space?
Spacemus.
No, that's the Star Wars Holiday Special.
No!
Maybe this is Wookiee Life Day.
I'll talk about this. Lucas will sue us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now I'm wanting Lucas and Saban to... Actually, no, not Lucas, because he doesn't own. Still Disney and Saban. Power Rangers, Star Wars. In space, Star Wars. With the Kyuranger stuff.
That'd be pretty cool.
Again, I'll stick this in my letter to Saban.
Please give the rights back to Disney.
Sincerely, an even angrier man-child. The progress of Kyuranger's plot is interesting. It's not escalated too much compared to, say, Go Busters, where they had to change it midway through.
Oh, my.
But with this, they tried to cram a lot of subplots in, so it's not too bad, as they spent about half the series fleshing out all the characters. Well, the ones that matter. Looking at you, Hammy and Garu. One day you'll get proper episodes.
The Doggo Boy.
Doggo Boy is best boy.
Yeah.
So they spent half the series fleshing out all the characters, giving them personalities, and now they're cutting into the main thing, and they're going to go get Don Amage. And it feels like it's natural. It's not because something has gone wrong on their end, but because they're actually making progress. It feels more like an adventure. I'm going to keep comparing this to Go Busters, because, hey, Go Busters had a great plot. And so I might as well compare one great series to another.
Well, it does have the same actor who played Big Buster.
Big
Buster.
Again, I swear he just wanders in on the set completely high, painted silver at times.
I used to
Like
be in
gold,
Go
that's it.
Busters.
Yeah.
I was in Magiranger too.
Can I voice the tit Triceratops lady?
Look at my man titties. They're about the same, right?
The actor's actually listening to this. Like,
We're sorry, we love
with
you.
these guys.
I was going to be on the podcast, but after this.
Oh, filthy gaijin. Then he refuses to act ever. Congratulations, Ranger.
What have I done?
But yeah, Kyuranger's plot is advancing. They're building up into the serious part, and it's good. And we haven't really had any villain politics yet. As in, like, you know how by this point, you've normally had like one of the generals being killed by the big bad or some sort of overthrow.
Like in Jetman,
every Sentai.
when
we're
some
not
villain.
really fighting over each other there. But think of it like in well, every post-Kyuranger Sentai, like how the big bad is normally overthrown by another dude. Or, I don't know, screw it, like in Tokuja, when Emperor Shirtless ascends.
Yeah.
That's basically how it goes.
I mean, that would actually require Don Amage to actually have any kind of proactive involvement there. I mean, the most proactive I think he's been is turning up as a hologram to make those explosions for the nukes. Was that actually him?
I don't know anymore.
I like to think that he just actually did turn up for that because he wanted to make explosions.
No, I'm really, really thinking he's got to be someone close to Ho Soldier. It's got to be. I mean, you can see that plotline coming a mile off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because the time travel thing, maybe that's going to be for a short period, or maybe it's going to be like a mystery where they find out he did die, but someone else had taken his place. And so that's why we've got that Scrotum in Power Armor.
Scrotum Power Armor podcast.
You're listening to the Scrotum Power Armor podcast. We sell cod pieces. Scrotum Power Armor.
No. We sell those gear stick covers from Australia that are made out of kangaroo nutsacks.
You can get those?
You can get those.
Why would you want a kangaroo scrotum over your gear stick?
Nice and furry.
That would keep me from changing gears. I'll just go stay in first.
Well, you can get those.
It's a bit like the first person to point at a cow's udder and think, what happens if I squeeze that? Oh look, here's a kangaroo's nutsack. I'll fit this over something.
You see, if I had time travel, that's the kind of thing I'd use it for to begin with. Finding out those first. Like, who first looked at a cow's udder and said, oh yeah, I'm going to drink that.
Maybe it's some sort of recursive paradox where you introduce cheese to the unwashed masses.
But another thing is like honey, yeah, but those bastards have got something delicious in there.
Okay, I'm going to piss off these bees. You guys check if there's anything tasty. I can just imagine some sort of caveman being chased. Oh, chased by bees.
Unga bunga. Ugh. Unk. Unk.
Oh, yeah. Yes, tangential arm, I know, but that's because we're running out of Kyuranger stuff to talk about. Probably. You know what I do like? The promos for superhero time.
Oh yeah,
like they actually have them in person.
Yeah, we'll have the heroes kind of posing together and that kind of thing. That's neat.
I never liked that with Wizard and Kyuranger because it was just like dubbed over footage of the show. It's like them talking to each other. But it's always great when they've actually got them showing up together.
Oh yeah.
That's so cool. It's always my favourite part. Like with this one at the end of Build, it had all of the Kyurangers popping out of his funky microwaving machine.
Yeah. And they were kind of lined up, kind of diagonally. It's really neat.
Yeah. I love those cross-promotions. Though the best part at the end of Kamen Rider is always the gummy ad.
They get weirder every year.
Yeah, I just love it. The gummy ads are always the best. I'm really hoping Toku Toy Store do get some Build gummies in.
Oh, damn it, I want gummies now.
We always want gummies. We actually tried them, and they
were really
very
good.
Peculiar. They taste like a quality gummy, but they're more rubbery than you'd expect.
Oh yeah. I mean, to look at them, actually, the ones on the show, I'm certain those aren't actual sweets you can eat. They look actual rubber because they're more
they've
rigid.
got to be. They don't tell the kid that though. You could have told me before I swallowed. It's okay, it'll come out, but we expect it to be back clean. We've got another filming later.
No, they do taste quite nice and very fruity. It's not like the Haribo stuff we get over here, which is...
It's a bit like fruit roll-up,
as the Americans call it. It doesn't taste like anything. It just tastes like chemicals.
Yeah, we have weird gummies.
Yeah, we have the worst gummies. It's 90% gelatin.
So yeah, though I was expecting some sort of like the orgasmic juicy part. Like I was thinking like some sort of super wine gum.
Look, if you're smashing your girl and she doesn't shout out juicy by the end, you're not smashing right.
I'm just gonna have to carve that out of my memory with a knife. If you guys hear scraping noises, that's just me reaching bone. I love how that's a tradition though. I love how the gummies are a thing.
When did it start? Was it Gaim?
I think it was before Gaim.
I'm thinking Gaim.
No, surely it was before Gaim.
Wait, was it?
Oh, there was something before Gaim. I can't remember.
I'm certain,
but Gaim definitely had it there.
I'm putting my foot down. It wasn't. It was Gaim. It was Gaim because then we had Drive.
Oh yeah, remember the Drive one?
Was Drive the one with the rap? Or was that Ghost? I think that was Ghost.
Ghost was the one with the bad rap. I really want to find the kid who does those. Actually, I think he's in the live-action version of Yokai Watch.
Yeah. The first one went on to do Yokai Watch. The second one, no idea what that. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure if there's a second or a third one. I don't really pay attention
Survival of the
to
fittest.
kids.
They're all just clones.
Kenny number 1.
Kenny
You must
number
fight
2.
Kenny number 2. The strongest shall remain.
Only Kenny Prime will survive.
The DNA donor.
I still think the gummies are a cute little tradition. It's like
Yeah.
Kamen Rider the Diner, how they have themed dishes.
Oh, we need to go there.
I really want to get stuff like that.
We're eventually going to get like we're eventually going to go to Japan, and the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to that place.
Yes.
We're going to eat overpriced crap. Like, what was that build?
Oh, it's like some weird...
It looked like sorbet rice and muesli. Is that
yeah, with different coloured honey in the...
Japan, are you okay? Is that what you eat? I mean...
That was an interesting chicken rice thing with Ghost.
Yeah, actually, I could have some chicken rice.
I think I got you a couple of coasters.
You
Someone
do.
nicked from
I've
the
still
diner.
got them. You got... what was it?
One was Cougar,
was
and the other was
Forza.
Forza.
Yeah.
I was really going to keep the Forza one. I was so tempted.
I don't use them at all. I've just got them on my shelf. I can't bring myself to use them as proper coasters.
It's like decorative plates. It's
Yeah.
like, what's the point? If you got them, why not eat off them? Or is that some sort of sin, like eating some ice cream off a Princess Diana plate? You just...
I mean, she's not in really any position to mind at the moment.
I know, but would you not feel some sort of guilt for your people? Like you just finished a last spoonful of something, you see her smiling face.
You're eating spaghetti loops off of like a golden jubilee plate or something.
It's just...
Thanks for that, Queenie.
It's part of your internal pride. He's like, I can't do that. I can't deface the royals. Aside from you, I mean, Mr. Traitor.
Well, Spike Milligan and I would disagree with you on that one, but that's fine.
Spike Milligan can insult the royal family, though.
What was it? Groveling little bastard you
Yes.
called Prince Charles.
When he found out he liked him.
God bless that man.
I really want to visit the diner. As in, I
Yeah.
really wanted to see that exhibit that they had, but they closed it down, where they always had the current series of rider
Yeah.
props and the motorcycles.
We're gonna make pilgrimage to the Kyuranger and Kamen Rider 1 statues and see if we can find that Cyborg 009 one.
Oh, yeah. I want to visit that big-ass Godzilla statue.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Didn't they
Oh, you mean
update
the one
it?
at the top of the hotel thing with the hand?
No, I was thinking the actual thing outside of Toho.
That's not big, is it?
That's not... It's
Well, I mean,
it's big. It's as big as a person. That's big.
Is it? Well, I thought they had like a little one on like a little plinth. Did
No.
they make a new one?
I don't know. There was a big-ish one.
But I thought it was just a little one on a
But
plinth.
I'm still going to see it. I don't care if
I mean,
it's,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care if it's the size of my hand. I'm going to pose with it.
Damn skippy
I'm
boy.
going to pretend it's a cat and talk to it and stroke it. That's the thing. I should do that.
You can only do that to like 84 Godzilla though, because that's the only one that looks kind of cattish.
Oh, yeah, he's got kitty ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm just... Oh, imagine like a Godzilla cat.
Catozilla.
See, we've had kaiju girls. Why not have
Yeah.
why not have a kaiju cats thing? It's like Kaiju Neko, or some series where all the kaiju are like little cats and they start doing their own thing. It's like those SD series, but they're cats.
Well, they had like a Hello Kitty thing. We could buy like little charms with Hello Kitty dressed as different kaiju.
Yeah, but I'm talking like little cats, like Nico Atsumi style cats, or some sort of pushing thing. I'd love that. Godzilla cats. Everything's better in cat form.
Well, you say everything's better with cats, but what about that weird BDSM one from O's?
Okay,
Is that
fine.
okay? Is that okay with you? You
The
into that
Japanese
kind of
shouldn't
stuff?
be allowed near cats. Let me take all the Scottish folds and
Well,
cute
I mean,
cafes.
a cat is fine too.
Oh, you.
Oh me.
I swear we've talked about the cat monster in O's for 2 shows consecutively.
It's disturbing, and we have to let the world know about it.
It's always in our nightmares. So I'm just thinking, like, okay, so the yummies in O's are primarily based upon a person's desires. This
maybe
is a
that's-
surgeon
maybe
who
that
wants to be a
surgeon-
good surgeon.
Well, maybe she secretly wishes she'd taken the offer to become a dominatrix.
But she's using scalpels. She's got knives for hands in the monster form.
Well, blood play is a thing.
I mean, it makes sense for the other cat yummy, where it's the fat guy, and it's a fat cat.
It's Garfield.
It is.
Garfield.
Imagine that, like your true monster self is Garfield. Imagine how depressed you'd be.
You'd be about as depressed as John is.
I really need to binge watch O's again. Maybe do a drinking game where I get like different shots for each medal used.
You could probably make like shot combos for different medal combinations.
Yeah.
You know.
Or we do. What is it? What's that drinking game with a teapot in the middle?
Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire. We do Ring of Fire with those, and you've got to get something right at the end, or you've got to drink it, or like dirty pint, dirty pint, dirty pint.
See, I never got that game because where's the incentive to win?
Nothing. It's like I like drinking games where we're actually doing something.
Yeah.
Like every time this happens, drink. But
Yeah, exactly,
it's
but
like, yeah,
The whole thing with Ring of Fire is you're meant to not drink.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
It's the drinking
You're
game
there
where you
to
don't drink.
It's like golf. You know, the sport you play where you have to play the least amount of it.
We try and work into some sort of O's drinking game. Oh, I know. We do shots for every O's form, but then I freeze some into popsicles for every time Ankh has ice cream, and you've got to finish it before the scene ends. So you've got to be biting. Oh, I can make White Russians. I could freeze White Russians on sticks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do this.
Nobody steal this idea.
Take a drink every time Hina uses her freakish strength that's never explained.
Yeah, why did they never explain that strength? I mean, with Hina, it's like, maybe they mentioned, they could have said some sort of different line, but no, it's just there as a weird gimmick. Yeah, O's was great.
Yeah.
I keep going back to O's as a series because that was my second Kamen Rider after Forze, and O's was just good. It had great characters.
Solid.
Despite all, like, I came into it thinking, right, that looks pretty bright and cheerful. No, it's dark as hell. It is a very dark series where one of the characters, well, actually both of the characters are just emotionally blackmailing each other.
That's actually a pretty nice dynamic going on there, though.
Yeah.
I do like that. It's new.
It's a nice disequilibrium compared to Forze, where it's
I'm going to be everyone's friend.
Kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Forze. I'm really hoping that his act can star in some more Kamen Rider stuff.
That's never going to happen.
I know, but one day I want some friendship. I liked how they brought back the Kyuranger in Forze.
Was it the Akamizers they brought back with Forze as well?
Yeah, Akamizers were Wizard, and they also did Inazuman in the Wizard Forze crossover.
Yeah, that was cool.
I love how they mentioned like previous Ishinomori things, and they also had Kikaida.
Yeah, that was with Gaim, wasn't it?
And I do like the changes they made to make them part of the Kamen Rider canon. So for Kyodine it was a bunch of rogue androids, and for Inazuman it was like a student who had psychic powers. And
I still kind of wish that Kyodine and Skydine were still heroes.
Yeah.
Same with Akamizers.
Then again, actually they were all baddies except for Kikaida and Inazuman later on.
I do like the redesigns though. Those are nicely done redesigns.
You can't really do Kyodine nowadays. That's just too dark. It's way too dark. Akamizers,
The kids want to be robots.
Akamizers,
Too bad.
They did a decent one for it actually. Like they made a decent reason for them to be baddies. Yeah. Actually, which movie was it where I had all the Ishinomori heroes fighting?
Was it
one of the
Superhero Wars Z? Because Inazuman was in that as well.
Yeah, but it was like a roll call. I think Zubat was in there. I'm not sure which show villain was the one getting his ass kicked. I'm not sure if it was Apollo Geist or that card bloke.
Yeah, I know. General Shadow.
Yeah, I think it was General Shadow getting his ass kicked.
Love that guy.
Like,
he had a really good redesign too.
Maybe it was in one of the O's movies. I'm not too sure. That's going to bug me.
Yeah, because I know the one you mean. Zubat was in it as well.
Yeah, and it's like, you may have escaped from them, but here are these other heroes. And they just do this massive finisher, and it's really good. And they use the old suits, like there's no redesign there. I think that was a really nice touch.
Actually, yeah, when are they going to redesign Zubat and bring him back?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'm really hoping they try and make some more changes to, the Show Rider suits they use in Heisei.
You're losing me. You're losing me, boy.
I'm saying this because the suits they use look like ass. They don't put the effort in that they put in for Showa, and they just look like cheap suits because they're supposed to be in the background.
Oh yeah, poor Sky Rider.
I know, and so I'm thinking maybe if they do something of a slight redesign in Neo Heisei, or just something to make them look a bit better, maybe some better materials.
I mean, remake them with better quality materials, sure, but I mean, like redesigning them, redesigning them all is just kind of lame. I mean, I wasn't even too fond of the redesign for Kamen Rider 1.
I'm still waiting for the Amazon-style treatment of the Showa ones. I don't mind that; it's a separate continuity. But
of
course,
that's fine.
in the
Like
crossover movies, they'll be in there. That would be great. Amazon's really did what I wanted in Kamen Rider.
Yeah, what excessive blood and daddy issues.
I was thinking a dark Neo Heisei, something that I really expected Kamen Rider to be, rather than just space and energy and bright colours and magic belts.
Well, if you'd watch Showa more.
I know, but it's Showa. It's like, you've seen one, you've seen them all.
You're losing me, boy.
Sometimes there's Starfish Hitler, but you can only enjoy so much Starfish Hitler before, I don't know. I should erect a Starfish Hitler statue. Wait until people notice.
Just wait for Antifa to tear it down.
What? Oh, has anyone already made a meme about tearing down the Kamen Rider statue?
Someone made a joke about tearing down the Godzilla statue.
Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah.
He destroyed Japan. He doesn't deserve a statue. Sometimes the memes are good.
Yeah.
Sometimes Taku can make great memes. But we're not going to talk about memes because, what are we, some sort of corporation? Hey kids, do you like the memes?
Some dank memes.
Memes. Mumars.
Mime.
So someone I knew called them memes. I'm like, no, it's memes.
Memes. Meme.
Meme. My little meme. What do the corporations do to you, meme? It's strange how Kyuranger referenced the pen, pineapple, apple pen thing.
Oh, it did. Like episode 2 or 3.
It's the one with Naga and Balance. I mean, they didn't force it too badly, but like they only used that reference once. Like they didn't make a whole episode out of it.
My goodness.
They didn't Family Guy it.
One of the BN boys can have their own V Cinema release, eh?
And so we've wound down to the end, and we've given our opinions on Build and Kyuranger. We're a bit iffy about Sento, but, well, we've got time to develop.
Oh, yeah.
We're still excited about Build. It's already had a lot of world building and exposition.
So is that world building?
That wasn't a pun. Now you're just thinking of things. You're having like pareidolia, but with puns. And, yeah, I mean, they've got to add something to it. They've developed this sort of idea that if they didn't want to build on it, they could have just had it mentioned every now and then.
Yeah.
But they had it all in the first episode. I think they're going to try and be epic. It's going to be good.
Yep,
using elements from old series, and I'm happy. Kyuranger just keeps doing its thing. I want it to stay. I'm kind of worried now that the next Sentai won't be able to live up to it, because, well, after Kyuranger, Darkuja and Ninja really weren't as great. Kyuranger represents a really, really, really welcome return to Sentai. And I'm just worried that they won't be able to pass on the baton.
Well, maybe it'll usher in a new golden age like the 90s.
I'm a bit skeptical, but still, I can only dream. Still, how far into Super Ninja Steel are we? Because I'm really waiting for the release of the... surely it's got to be the Kyuranger thing, unless maybe I'm just hoping for a Zyuohger thing. Okay, I've completely forgotten that Zyuohger existed just then. Okay, so I was just like Kyuuja, Tokuja, Ninja, then Kyuranger. I'd forgotten about Zyuohger.
Oh, Zyuohger's pretty cool.
I really, really enjoyed Zyuohger, but Kyuranger was just so good, I forgot about it. I feel bad now. I feel so bad for forgetting Zyuohger. Oh, man.
You're awful.
Zyuohger was a thing. Please remember this, people. We're going to have Power Rangers Furry Force.
I thought they were skipping that for going over to Kyuranger.
Yeah, but still, I can dream. They had a lot to work on, but oh well. But for me, that kind of caused a problem. Like maybe one day Power Rangers will have to take some sort of hiatus or quit indefinitely because they'd have there's no delay. So for Sentai, it's normally a few years to actually develop then into Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, imagine this.
Yeah.
They work on the same show simultaneously. It's like they're doing Sentai and at the same time they're doing Power Rangers.
That could be interesting.
That would be fascinating. As in, like, they do these suit scenes and they send it over to New Zealand or they work together. What if they redo the same scene but they just swap out the actors?
In the same set, like 15 minutes apart.
Yes. That would be cool. I'd like to see that. Oh dear, that would be amazing. Still, I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
I've got nothing but optimism, and hey, actually, you're responding well to the first episode of Build better than you did X-Aid.
Yeah, because Build is a bit more in line with Riders than X-Aid was, I thought.
Yeah.
The aesthetic is easier for me to gel with.
And unfortunately, we do have something of an announcement to make. There will be no podcast episode next week, but there should be one the week after, and then we're going to make that our X-Aid super special.
Yay!
We're finally going to get into that. We're going to offer our opinions. Ranger was originally consumed by hatred toward it, teehee, but we're going to be all subjective and stuff. I was going to say objective, but no, we're going to be very, very subjective. That's the point of our reviews.
We don't do objectivism. We're not Ayn Rand.
We're tinted with everything. We're going to talk about the positives, the negatives, which means our negatives will be everyone else's positives. So we're going to get a bunch of really cool comments there. But hey, that's what we're all about, discussion. We're not flinging feces, we're just offering it and we're taking other people's. And, well, that's what being part of the community is about. Especially with Ranger, because he's now part of the news. You're the institution.
I'm the man.
You're part of the CNN of Toku.
I'm fake news?
Yes, you're fake news.
Oh.
The Space Trump commands it.
Does that mean I can I collude with villains like Chayo?
Yes, pretty much. You're going to be churning out pro-Chayo propaganda, calling Eiji Tsuburaya a hack. That's how it works. You control the media, you can get into people's heads. Me, I'll remain the stalwart loner who's trying to save the world.
You're Alex Jones.
I am.
You're Taco Alex Jones.
I thought you were supposed to be Taco
I
Alex Jones.
thought I was meant to be Taco Alex Jones, but I'm...
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Talk about a plot twist. I need to invent a plot twist alarm. We should do a competition.
Dun, dun, dun.
We should do the competition for the plot twist alarm. Send in your alarms like Blue Peter.
Here's one we made earlier.
Actually, what if Toku Toy Store did a Blue Peter style thing? This is part of the Toku Toy Store promo. Please make sure to visit tokutoystore.com. Like, oh, imagine that with like user-made submissions.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah, the best part of their workshop is, so it's custom-made things, so they printed out, like they 3D printed off, I think, or something with the little holders for the gimmick displays and the legacy communicators.
It'll definitely be interesting to see what they can produce later on once they get it running properly.
Cod pieces.
Cod pieces.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe there'll be some custom T-shirts. I'll get some decent artists there.
That'd be nice, yeah.
I'd buy a Garrow T-shirt.
I'd buy that for $1.
Why do you have to stick a RoboCop reference in
I
everything
like
now?
RoboCop. It's a good film.
Everyone
you can't
likes
hate me for that.
RoboCop.
RoboCop's one of the most perfect films ever made, and if you can't handle that, then
You can't think of another RoboCop reference to make, can you?
there's really no way to spin that.
And so now we leave you. Make sure to check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, send us interesting things. Have you made anything nice in Toku? Do you have an opinion that is different to ours, and so you want to call us, I don't know, Nazis? That'd be cool. Please do. Otherwise, this is Rex signing off. Stay fabulous.
Keep on riding, folks.